grand theater of geopolitics. Not every actor walks in the light. Some shape events before headlines even exist. India's intelligence agencies, especially the Intelligence Bureau, Research and Analysis Wing (RAW), operate in the invisible realm. Their work is completely hidden, but its impact felt across continents. What if I told you the India's role in 1971 creation of Bangladesh was not just military or diplomatic, but deeply covert? That today's cyber surveillance, covert ops, and quick alliances are India's silent currency of power. This isn't just about spies and secrets. It's about soul of national security and a battle of global influence that has already begun. So today, on the bigger picture, we are going to discuss the same thing. We'll step inside India's secret war rooms and explore how intelligence is becoming India's sharpest weapon. India's intelligence history doesn't begin with satellites. It starts in 1887 under British rule with the creation of Central Special Branch. What is the Central Special Branch that time? Watch the people, especially those opposite the empire. This system surprisingly was modeled in Russia's Tsarist secret police. After independence, the British system remained same. The Intelligence Bureau or IB came under the Ministry of the Home Affairs. But with the time, cracks began to show in the IB. In 1962, when China attacked, India was caught off guard. In 1965 also, during the war with Pakistan, we had no foreign intel structure only. No eyes beyond the border, to be precise. So in 1968, RAW was born for the first time, led by visionary R&AW. RAW would be India's CIA if you compare with USA, focused on foreign intelligence. In 1971, India added aerial surveillance, creating the Aviation Research Center. IB looked inward, inside the country, and RAW looked outside the country. Together, they became India's silent watchers, but over time, their shadows would stretch across the globe. RAW never do press briefings, but its fingerprints are on many chapters in Indian history. In 1971, it trained the Mukti Bahani in East Pakistan. It destabilized an entire regime and helped create Bangladesh. In 1975, RAW allegedly played a role in Sikkim's merger with India. In 1999, during Kargil conflict, RAW's alerts helped Indian forces move faster to Kargil. In 2019 recently, during the Balakot airstrikes, RAW's data made it possible. Meanwhile, the IB evolved too. It became India's domestic armor, tracking terror cells, preventing bombings, monitoring insurgencies. Often it's a reason a disaster never made the news recently. Globally, India's intelligence clout is rising. We now share intel in Quad meetings. We shape anti-terror strategies in the Indo-Pacific. In diplomacy, silence speaks louder than speeches. But secrecy has its risk. RAW reports directly to the Prime Minister. It has no parliamentary oversight at all. No accountability. It's efficient but dangerous too. RAW's coordination with IB is historically weak. In Kargil, this gap delayed India's response in intelligence. Not sharing is risky as not knowing. Internationally, India's image is at stake. RAW has been accused, though unproven, of orchestrating assassinations abroad. Tensions rose with Canada and the US because espionage is half the game and democracy demands always transparency. But where is that line between secrecy and accountability? India hasn't figured it out yet. The enemy doesn't always wear a uniform. Sometimes they hide in emails too, encrypted chats, or foreign investment channels. Economic intelligence is now vital. Agencies track money laundering, black market deals, terror finance through shell companies. Cyber warfare is the new frontline. India faces daily cyber attacks on banks, on grids, on elections. To fight back, we launched the Indian Digital Defense Grid. We are also working with US and France on cyber protocols. But intelligence is about influence. Today, wars are won before bullets are fired by controlling belief and perception. Counter radicalization online, digital diplomacy, narratives on social media, R&AW are now actors in the invisible theater. So what has all this achieved? Let's look back. In 1971, RAW helped birth of a new nation. In Kargil, it helped detect mountain intrusions. In Balakot recently, it enabled a cross-border strike. But not all stories are proud. Kulbhushan Jadhav, accused spy, became a diplomatic storm. Disinformation linked to India in Canada and Europe triggered backlash. Each win builds India's credibility. Each mistake tends the same. Because in the intelligence game here, what you do is one part. What world believes you did matters just as much. India is now a global player. It must walk the tightrope, defend without provoking, act without exposure, shape without domination. To serve in intelligence is to live in the shadows. No medals, no awards, no names in the news, just secrets, sleepless nights, and sacrifices you can never speak of. When missions succeed, the world celebrates someone else. When they fail, you carry the blame. These are silent sentinels. They know more than they can ever share. They see threats before the world does. They fight wars no one reads about, and they win battles that will never make the front page. They don't seek fame, but without them, our national security would collapse entirely. In loud world, they are the quiet force that keeps us safe. India's intelligence system is at crossroads. The future threats are evolving. AI warfare, cyber terrorism, cross-border digital sabotage. Our agencies must evolve too. Not just with tools or something, but with transparency, coordination, and mainly caution. RAW and IB are no longer just watchers. They are players, and their choices will shape how the world sees India. Reform isn't a weakness, it's a strength actually. Because in intelligence, what matters isn't just what you know, but what you did with it. This is the bigger picture, where the invisible becomes unforgettable. Once India was the world's biggest buyer of weapons. We imported everything. Tanks, planes, missiles, whatnot. Our skies were guarded by foreign raiders. Our seas were patrolled by ships which we didn't build. And our soldiers dependent on arms we didn't make. But something has changed. Today, India is selling those weapons to the world. In just 1 year, 2024 to 2025, we exported 23,622 crores worth of defense equipment. To make it a global conversion, it is $2.7 billion. A 30-fold jump in just a decade. This isn't a spike, it's a shift. A bold strategic transformation. This isn't just about guns or bombs. It's about sovereignty. It's about our pride. It's about rewriting India's role in the world. Today,